when you were talking, it brought me back to what you were saying about how the women and the men sat in the tent and talked about the staff in the center and how the women made the decisions. It was the older women that had the authority.
There was a certain day, 2 or 3 times a year, that was set aside to deal with their clan issues and problems. Okay? Is there enough food? Is there enough wood for the winter? Is there enough of us to move to a new location and all that? It was 2 or 3 times a year, and I was based on it. So they would have their pipe ceremony. They would have their in that TP that they made up for that clan meeting. So before that pipe ceremony, they would choose four of the not elderly but the older ladies of the clan. They would choose 4 of them. Okay, we're going to have this meeting in 3 days' time or 4 days' time, depending. Okay? So you go around finding out what you're going to bring in. We're going to meet in 3 or 4 days. Okay? That's how she explained it to me. So when that 4th day happened, everybody would get up a certain time. They would have a feast, and it was a special day because it was a special day. So they would wake the people up at, say, it's the sun, because we're going to spend all day. Okay. So that's what happened. They would build a fire inside that teepee, and then when it was ready, and the chief said, "I'm ready to go in." Okay, he'd come in. Then those older ladies would come in. They would sit on the left-hand side of the door, she said, for them. And then the elder, the headman or the council, what do we call them? Helpers. He says we had 3 of them, and then the old men would come in, and then the observers, the moms would come in the back behind the ladies, and then they would say their prayer. Oh, the staff, Scopios brought that staff in before the chief and set it up, bless it, smudge it. Then, so the chief would stand up and say a prayer to open. And as he finishes that prayer, he would say, "You guys, you, I don't want to hear anything from you guys. I want you to listen." He'd explain the rules of this meeting, right? You guys, you don't say nothing. And you woman, if you want to converse with the older ladies, you go right ahead in case they forget something. You know what? That same principle goes in our parole board hearings now with that circle.
And the white man follows it.
But anyway, that's how the meeting would start. She said sometimes they couldn't come to a decision that day, so they would extend it the following day, under the same principle. Okay? But, she said, the most important thing, what they said, they are the ones that made that decision, and the head man and those helpers followed it. But most of the time, he says, most of the time, she said, she didn't, how she said it, "Gegats neisto."
Can I have some water, please?
Gegats neisto. Just about every time, it was based on the children. The decisions were based on the children.
Just tea.